Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. They try to pop a run on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's open. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground with the back. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and then better job forcing a turnover.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quick handoff. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. As the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Trying to get the first with the give to the wide receiver. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get it.
Third downs are huge. I got to have success on third down. Sometimes I got to break out some plays that you haven't seen. Nice job getting the wide receiver the football. Hand him the football. Let him do some things in space. Let him get a big first down for you. Let him get a new set of downs for you.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much. Even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Got it set up on the outside. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he tacks on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Canes! Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? The quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. The give to the back. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Avoids it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Leaves it with the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go right back to the run. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Balls at the 25.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
Offense facing 4th down. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. Give to the big fullback. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They put it on the ground last time they had it. Got to take care of it this time, David.
And I think you got to put in context. A lot of times fumbles are just luck. You just got to move on, give him the football again, Jesse, and not worry.
I think that's a good point there, David. Get him the ball again to help him play the next play and know that he's okay. Because when that guy's playing well, this offense is on fire.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him for the sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions with C zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with the lone back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Quarterback checking the play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He'll try to do it himself. Open space at the 25. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Touch pass on the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Give to the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominated at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down. These corners backing off a bit. Quick pass on the fly motion. Crosses to 30. Open runway ahead. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're just about ready to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Wants to bring it back.
And And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleed.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Dialing up a second down pass play. Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky. And if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football.
They'll leave it with him. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, the defense obviously went in at halftime. They were trailing on the scoreboard. They needed to make some adjustments, and already they're showing some positive signs. On the very first drive of the second half, they're able to register a sack on third down, looking to get the ball back to their offense here.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
He's looking for a man on second down. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback will audible. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Running with power. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But they had a great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The Gators have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Quick pass on the jet motion. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And they swarm him under.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end-of-the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Army is running away with this one. Not since the days of Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside has this offense looked this dynamic. They're up by 18 over the Royals. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Quickly complete. Gets enough for the 1st down, but not sure they'll get another play off here in the 3rd quarter. And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. From the gun, running back gets the give. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Running toward the tape. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there and
The expressway is wide open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll try the run. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll get him on the ground after a pickup of 3 to the 28. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Nice move to pick up yardage. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
With the run on 1st and goal. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. they take the lead.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the fourth quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Handoff to the single running back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Here's the give off the left side. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun. He lofts one down the sideline. Lofted toward the sideline. Intercepted. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
As a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide and making the big interception.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
This guy's been running hard all game long in the fourth quarter. Now with that last run, he's now at 99 yards rushing. One more carry away from potentially reaching that 100-yard milestone that all running backs covet.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Oh, it's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
As an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Pressure coming. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got the tight end. Discards him with the stiff arm. And after the pickup gets to the sidelines to stop the clock and keep this drive going as they try to save themselves late. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Goes to the option. Quick toss. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. And they are coming out for what will be a huge field goal attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. Final minute of play. We are deadlocked. Guys, what a finish we're experiencing.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense is not completely screwed this thing.
They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. Pulls it in on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to the well. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. The holder will mark his spot at the 34. A 44-yard attempt, almost certainly for the game. Never a doubt. Celebration erupts on the sideline as they take the lead in the final seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.
Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. They'll throw it on first down. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse. Just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week. These 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.